Very good morning, children. Today I am going to discuss about the lesson The Selfish Giant. It was written by Oscar Wilde. So, here we can see that uh, we are going to talk about the content and summary, translation, analysis, some questions, and so on. So, one of the most beautiful stories written by Oscar Wilde, first published in 1888 with other stories, The Night Mail, The Nightingale, and The Rose, The Devotional Friend, The Remarkable Rocket, and The Happy Prince. It is a story, short story with the elements of fairy tales and fantasy. So let's see the summary here. The story is about a giant who is said to be very selfish. Selfish means the person who is looking only about their things but not about others. Here he had a very beautiful garden. He means the selfish giant had a very beautiful garden where the children played when he was away during 7 years. So when the giant was out for the 7 years, the children came to the giant's garden and they were playing in the garden. So one summer's afternoon, the giant returned to his garden and saw the children playing in. So and bellowed at them to get out. So what happened here? So after 7 years, one summer afternoon, the giant came and asked all the children to go away from the garden. Okay. By his selfishness, a very high wall was built around his garden so that the children could not go inside to play. So, what did that giant do? The giant constructed a big wall, compound wall, not to allow any outsider to come and enter or the children to come into the garden and play. It did not want to allow anybody into the garden. So, as spring turned into summer outside the wall, within the giant's garden, it remained winter. No flowers, no bird song, and no children. So, what happened when automatically when the giant constructed the wall? So there was only winter. There was no spring. There was no song. There was no flowers, and in this way, all garden was covered by the snow and the frost. So it was the flowers, the trees were covered with the snow and frost. Then one morning the giant awoke to a strange sound. So what happened? One day the giant heard a sound, and the sound of a bird song. He followed the sound to a far corner of the garden where he found some children playing happily. So the giant found the children playing happily. In this corner of the garden, just this corner, the birds were singing and the garden was beautiful again. After a few days, the garden was very happy and all the children came playing there, and the giant also felt very happy. He went to work on the wall. Within hours, he has knocked it down. So earlier, as we know that the giant has constructed the wall, now it started knocking down the wall, and the wall was completely removed by the giant. That evening, the garden was filled with the sound of happy children playing. The giant lay back, finally contented. It is your garden now, little children. So, what did the giant tell now? The giant told that, children, these many days I have not allowed anybody to play, and today I promise you that it is garden. It is your garden. Come on, play in it and enjoy this garden. Then the next day, the children found him dead, covered in blossoms on the garden. We see that the next day the giant was seen dying by the children. The little boy had taken him to paradise, and the giant finally figured out that he should not be selfish after all. So what did that child do? The little child has taken the giant into the paradise. So, my dear children, we should never be selfish. We should be, we should mingle with everybody. We should make friendship with everybody. We should be happy and healthy, and make friendship with the good people. So here, if we talk about some the questions here about the giant psychology or the children's psychology, we can see that um at the beginning of the story, he is very selfish. So, what did you tell that? My own garden is my own garden, said the giant. Anyone understands that, and I will allow nobody to play in but myself. So, here, my own garden is a sentence represent that the garden is his own, and he does not allow anyone to play in his garden, is an application of his selfishness. So, whenever you tell that this is my, I will not allow anybody to play here, when you tell like that, it means that it shows your selfishness. So, here trespassers will be prosecuted. So, here forbid the poor children play in his garden is the second proof of his selfishness. So, it started being selfish by telling that trespassers will be prosecuted. So, it is addressed to whom plays in his garden. It is addressed to whom plays in his garden, they will be prosecuted by the giant. It is very scream, but it is made intentionally in order to frighten the children. So, trespassers mean the people who are pausing in front of the owner's land is called trespassers. So, he was a selfish giant. This is the author's statement in order to make sure that the reader, that the major character of his short story is the really selfish. He is too selfish, she said. This sentence was said by the autumn. She wants to give the giants a lesson because of his selfishness. So we can see that, yeah, and the giant's heart melted as he looked out. How selfish I have been, he said. This situation made him realize that he was very selfish person. So now I will know why the spring would not come here. I will put that poor boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall, and my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. This is told by the giant. He realized that he was a selfish person, so he would put the poor boy on the tree's branch, and also made his garden as the playground of the children forever. So he was really very sorry for what he had done. He was very disappointed of chasing away the poor children from his garden, putting up the notice board that written that trespassers will be prosecuted and others. It is your garden now, little children, said the giant. So his heart was melted. So by seeing the children, the heart was melted, and so he becomes to be the kind person. So I have many beautiful flowers, he said, but the children are the most beautiful flowers of all. So the giant is telling that I may have many flowers and trees in my garden, but unless children are not there, it cannot be beautiful. It means that the giant very loved the children. He had preferred the children than flowers in his garden. So So at the beginning of the story, we can see the children playing in the garden after school, and children were playing hide and seek, and heard a great voice, and children preferred point out at these hiding places, and they enjoyed in garden, but very afraid of the giant. And after the giant knocked down the walls and turned it into children's playground, when they saw that the giant was not wicked, any longer, uh, they ran back into the garden. All day long they played, and in the evening they came to the giant to bid him goodbye. The children loved the giant more. So we can see that here how the giant went out into the garden, and the children saw him, and they went scared and ran away. Only the little boy didn't run. The giant put him up to that tree. After that, the little boy on his so in this way we can see that here some of the elements, that it was a large lovely garden with soft green grass. So we can see that the fill in the blanks are there here to fill. So the story seems to have a sad ending, because the giant at the last moment died, and the children felt very, very sad. Oscar Wilde has showed us the way to be happy. At last the giant became happy, and his soul was taken to paradise. So it asks, so with this we have end the this selfish giant. Thank you very much, children. Please listen to this video and try to understand this.